So in this slide, you have to understand what is to be the fundamental psychology of all patterns. Whenever you are learning a pattern, it doesn't have to be a strict criteria because criteria comes from statistics. But when other people tells you, hey, well, this OTC did buy pattern, you have to fit this criteria, you have to fit this criteria, you have to fit the third criteria, and you don't really know where the criteria comes from. So that's where it makes a lot of confusions between you and the pattern. You can't understand the pattern fully. You don't see the statistics and you don't really see the psychology behind the pattern. So that is the major reason why a lot of people cannot be successful in this trading industry. It's because they do not understand the fundamental of where the pattern comes from. So right here, I'm going to give you the decent, I would say, a pretty good concept of I really treat this trading industry and how do I really want to come up with new strategies. So first of all is you have to understand where the pattern comes from. Does it come from human nature? Does it come from statistics, or does it come from the consistent behavior that you are observing in the market? So above all those three, the most important one is it based on human nature? Is it based on long-term support statistics? So those two has to combine together to give a pattern a good winning percentage. And also understand the fundamental of the patterns and the psychology of the pattern can boost great confidence in your trading, because confidence acts as a really good, I would say, root for your trading performance. Once you lose that confidence in one or two trades after you make a big mistake, then you will take at least 3 to 5 trades for you to get back to the same size again. So try to avoid those mistakes is very crucial. Do not try to overtrade. Overtrade is very bad for to being consistent in this market. What do I consider to be overtrading? That is, if you're placing more than 3 trades in one ticker in one day, that's considered to be overtrading. So always keep that in mind and make sure that whenever you are studying a pattern, focus on the fundamental psychology of the pattern first, then develop a criteria, track statistics. And that's how you can boost your winning percentage and get your good performance in the upcoming trading career. So number 4 is you also have to understand that what other people are thinking. Whenever you are going into the stock market and to trade, you are competing with other traders. To be able to have a general understanding of what other people are thinking, either they're controlled by FOMO or they're making mistakes. Basically, what you want to do is you want to take advantage of their mistakes. Either they chase into a stock way too hard and they're not focusing on the right statistics, or they have, when the stock is going up, they are chasing when the stock is going up. When the stock is going down, they're selling when the stock is going down. So there's always a rule that you want to short into strength and buy into weaknesses. And that's always has been working in the last decade in the stock market. So I will give I will say another slide of how to really measure or how to really know what other traders are thinking, and also into different key area and different support or resistance area, and how the resistance and support either take away their confidence or boost their confidence. So in this trader psychology, it really depends on what pattern you are using. So always be aware of what pattern you are trading, and that will be number 4. Number 5 is a different pattern has its own psychology behind it. Some patterns do require large amount of volume to be traded in one ticker, and some patterns do require large amount of resistance and also a relative light volume in the pre-market.